Meditation on being grateful. The practice of gratitude has recently gained in popularity as a way to improve our general mood and happiness levels. Therefore, I thought we might engage in its meditative version today. I hope you join me in remembering that there are so many things you can be grateful for. Practicing gratitude does not mean we are closing our eyes to the suffering in the world. We can acknowledge both the pain and the pleasure, the sadness and the happiness, and the war and the peace. And between these extremes, we can be grateful that we are alive here and now. Start wherever you find yourself in the moment, standing, sitting, or lying down. To the extent possible, keeping the back straight and the body relaxed. Sometimes it is helpful to briefly tense the muscles to allow for more embodiment and relaxation. Or perhaps it would feel nice for you to have a quick stretch before you settle in. Once you are comfortable in your position, you can close your eyes. If you decide to keep your eyes open, allow the gaze to be unfocused and relaxed. Take a couple of deeper breaths to check how the breathing feels in your body today. Are the breaths deep and slow? Where do you feel your breath the most? Follow the breathing for a moment if it is comfortable for you. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing your body is typically automatically breathing for you, even if you do not pay any attention. You are breathing and you are alive. This is where we will start our practice of being grateful today. Noticing the fact of being alive and therefore having a possibility of anything happening in our lives. I hope you can feel some level of gratitude for this moment right now, for the ability to spend this time simply listening and following the breath. None of it would be possible if you were not alive. It may not be the best day or moment of your life. Perhaps there is some physical or emotional suffering present. But only by being alive you can potentially experience a bettering of that situation. So perhaps you can consider being grateful for the life and the life-giving breath or the life-giving blood circulating the oxygen to every cell of your body. As you allow your breathing to be natural, notice also your body's natural capabilities. You can probably hear these instructions or read them on the screen. Being grateful for our senses, giving us the inputs from the outside world. One day we might not be able to hear or see as well as right now. So how lucky that we can still do so at the moment. Noticing our arms and hands. If you can move them and work with them, can you feel grateful for having the ability to create, to carry things, to give hugs? Think of the ways that your arms and hands are wonderful and useful tools in your life. If you can move your body, even in a tiny way, think of the wonder and joy that movement can bring. Perhaps you enjoy walking or running, swimming, dancing, stretching. As long as any movement is possible, you can be hopefully grateful for that as well. Rest a moment in these feelings of gratefulness for your body's functions, the senses, the muscles, the bones, the skin that's protecting you from the outside world, the organs that function as well as they can, the flow of the blood and the breath. All of these keeping you alive in the present moment. Consider your mind and emotions as well. Sometimes we forget how helpful they are. We solve problems, plan, and analyze with our minds just as much as we perhaps unnecessarily worry or regret things. We feel joy, love, and compassion, hopefully at least as much as we might feel sadness or anger and fear. Whatever the content of the thoughts and emotions, they are all valuable guides in our lives, and for that we can be grateful. We can listen to our thoughts and our emotions and say to our hearts and our minds, thank you. Thank you for your guidance. Extending our attention to the world outside of our bodies, minds and hearts. Notice where you are right now. Is there anything in your current environment you can be also grateful for? Perhaps you are in your own home or room where you feel safe and protected. Perhaps you live with or close by people you love or care about. Perhaps other people deeply care about you. Maybe you have enough material resources, but even if there is some lack in this area, there is usually something, however small, that you cherish and feel immensely grateful for. Perhaps it is your pet. Perhaps a picture of your family you carry in the wallet, reminding you of the happy times you had. Finding these small things and connections that we are grateful for can be sometimes difficult at first. But with practice, it also becomes easier to bring them to mind and dwell in the warmth and light they bring. Let yourself remember everything you are grateful for in this moment of calm and silence now. We will be finishing this practice of gratefulness soon. As a final note, some people find it helpful to journal about things they are grateful for. If you like doing so, consider writing as much details as possible for each object of your gratitude. For example, don't just simply say, "I am grateful for my family." It has a better effect if you say something more like, "I am grateful how my family loves telling jokes at dinner time. They make me laugh after a long day in the office." Returning to the here and now, you may slowly open your eyes if they were closed, perhaps stretch and move your body as needed, and return to your surroundings. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope you consider returning here whenever you feel the need for more gratitude in your life.